aspects of stories of superhit films shown on Khabar Tak, the new link of the story that I have brought before you today is the story of film Pratigyan. This film was released on silver screen in 1975. The director of this film was Dunal Guha. The lead role in this film were played by the legend actor and actress were Dharmendra and Hemamalini. The role of villain was played by Ajit, whereas Kishto Mukherjee, Satyan Kapoor, etc. played character role in this film. This film included many a beautiful dance scene as well as melodious song. The music director of this film were Lakshmikant Pyarelal, whereas the voiceover in the song of this film were given by Lata Mangeshkar and Muhammad Rafi. The first few lines of some of the songs I am humming for your amusement. परदेसी आया देश में, देश से मेरे गांव में, गांव से मेरी गली में, गली से मेरे घर में, घर से घर से घर से मेरे दिल में, मेरे दिल से जाने का नाम न ले, ओए माँ मैं क्या करूं, बेशरम शरम से काम न ले, ओए माँ मैं क्या करूं, परदेसी आया देश में, देश से मेरे गांव में, मोरनी ओ मोरनी, मोरनी ओ मोरनी, मैं जंगल की मोरनी, मोरनी ओ मोरनी, पवन की बांधूं पायल, मैं घटा की ओढ़ूं ओढ़नी, मोरनी रे मोरनी, मैं जंगल की मोरनी, मैं जट अमला पगला दीवाना, और अब्बा इत कित बात न जाना कि मैनू प्यार कर ली है, सड्डे उठ के वो मरती है. Now listen to the entire story of film Pratigyan, the Bho. The story of the film Pratigyan, that is Bho, begins with a truck driver Ajit Singh, played by Dharmendra, traveling in his truck with a businessman. The businessman is in a hurry to reach his destination, but Ajit, as it is lunchtime, parks the truck at a hotel and goes there to eat and drink. When the businessman tells him to leave quickly, he threatens him, saying he follows his own rules. Then he starts eating and drinking. Meanwhile, some people from his village come looking for him and tells him that his mother is dying. Hearing this, when he takes his truck and starts to go to his mother, the businessman insists on taking him to his destination first. He then begins to beat the businessman severely. The villagers present there rescue him, telling him that his mother is dying and you are worried about your belongings. He should quickly get away. Leaving his meal at Line Hotel, Ajit Singh visits his mother, played by Leela Misra. When he asks her to call a doctor, she tells him that he won't survive, so there is no need to call a doctor. Just sit with me, she says. I have some important things to discuss with you. She then reveals Ajit Singh that he is not her own son, but the son of Devendra Thakur, a man from a prominent family and a prominent figure. She then tells him the story of her time with him, saying that her father, Inspector Devendra Singh, was a conscious man, but he also loved his family very much. I was their maid. On the day your first birthday was to be celebrated, Inspector Devendra Singh killed Bhupat, a prominent dacoit leader, in an encounter. He also learned that Bhupat's younger brother Bharat Singh, played by Ajit Singh, was gathering in a village to avenge his brother's death. But before leaving confront Bharat, he came home briefly to bless you. After blessing you, he was about to leave to confront the dacoit Bharat when suddenly Bharat and his companions attacked
your house and took your father hostage. Your mother placed you in my lap and ordered me to save your life somehow, and I hid there with you. Then Bharat, the bandit leader, forcibly abducted your mother and took her in front of your father, Inspector Devendra Singh, and began to mistreat her. When your mother protested against Bharat's actions, she first killed your mother, then your brother and sister one by one, and then your father. He wanted to kill you too, but I hid with you while leaving. Bharat set your house on fire, thinking that if you were hiding there, you would perish in the flames. But as soon as the bandits left, I rescued you from the fire that engulfed the house and raised you. Then, promising Ajit that she would avenge her parents' murder, she died in his arms. After performing the last rites of his foster mother, Ajit Singh sets off for the bandit Bharat's hideout to avenge the brutal murder of his family. While he lies exhausted and unconscious on the bank of a lake, Bharat's niece Radha, played by Hemamalini, passes by in a restless bullock cart and she spots you. She approaches Ajit with her driver and questions him about his lying there. When Ajit Singh asks him for the address of Bharat's hideout, Radha angrily tells Ajit Singh, "Do you want to go there to become a bandit? I don't know the address." When Ajit Singh then asks her for the address of a city, she taunts him again. "What are you going to do in the city? To commit robbery?" Ajit Singh then tells her that he is hungry and thirsty and will to the city to eat something. Radha then reaches out for the packet of food she brought with her, but Ajit Singh returns it saying he is not a beggar. Radha tells him that giving someone something to eat out of pity does not make them beggars. Radha then leaves her packets of food behind and moves on, saying, "Eat whenever you want." Ajit continues his search for the decade Bharat. On the way, he finds the police led by Inspector D'Souza, played by Satyan Kappu, engaging in a gunfight with Bharat's gang. Bharat's gang overpowers the police in this encounter, killing all the police officers. Inspector D'Souza too is seriously injured. Ajit Singh, out of compassion, goes to call a doctor to save Inspector D'Souza's life. However, by the time the doctor is found, D'Souza dead. Following Ajit Singh's instructions, he takes all D'Souza's weapons and ammunition and establishes a police post in Dinapur, hoping to free the area from the terror of the dacoit Bharat. He becomes the police station in charge, posing as station officer in charge Indrajit Singh. Dacoits frequently visit liquor dens. Thinking about this, station officer in charge Indrajit visits the shop of a liquor contractor, Birju Singh, played by Johnny Walker, and drinks heavily. When he offers Birju Singh money, boasting about the quality of the liquor, he initially refuses to accept the money. However, when station officer Indrajit sternly tells him not to take anything for free, he accepts the money. The station officer in charge, Indrajit Singh, tells him that his house is the only permanent house in the village, so the police post will be now located in this house. On one side, his liquor will be sold, and on other side, there will be a police post. Then one day, when Police Inspector Indrajit Singh arrives at contractor Birju Singh's liquor shop and falls unconscious after drinking, he sends his servant Kanha to inform Dacoit Bharat that Police Inspector Indrajit is lying drunk at his shop and should come and take him into his custody. But before his servant Kanha can leave the house to do so, Police Inspector Indrajit's intoxication wears off and he asks the servant, "Where are you going?" Contractor Birju arrives and, trying to resolve the situation, suggests sending servant Kana to get some bread. Police Inspector Indrajit Singh, drinking heavily with his meal, and asks Contractor Birju Singh how to reach Dacoit Bharat. Contractor Birju Singh replies that people here are afraid to even mention his name, let alone approach him. Nevertheless, if you want to capture him, you must first capture his niece Radha. Despite being his own niece, she does not like him and wants revenge. Police Inspector Indrajit immediately declares that he will capture Radha in minutes and make her dance in the market. Hearing this, the mute bhikkhu who lives with Radha attacks the police officer. Police officer Indrajit then beats him up and drives him away. Then, as he learns that the contractor is trying to inflict cruelty on Radha to satisfy his personal grudge, he ties up both the contractor Bilju Singh and his servant and hangs them with a rope. After this, Police Inspector Indrajit Singh again drinks heavily and falls unconscious. Hearing this from the mute bhikkhu, Radha becomes enraged. She shakes the unconscious police officer with the barrel of her rifle, bringing him back to consciousness. She challenges police officer Indrajit Singh to show her the courage to dance in the market. Police officer Indrajit Singh tells her that contractor Briju Singh was instigated her against him. He also tells him that has come here to reign in Dakwat Bharat. Hearing this, Radha is impressed and says that he was not mute since childhood. He became mute because Bharat cut out his tongue after he filed a complaint against Thakur Bharat. Radha then tells Police Inspector Indrajit Singh that all the police officers with him were killed in the encounter with Bharat. So how can you singly-handedly take on Bharat's gang? Police officer Indrajit Singh then suggests recruiting local people into the police force. Radha recommends recruiting the mute bhikkhu into the police force, saying that there is single other man in the village. If everyone is afraid of the Dakwat Bharat and is his slave. Police officer Indrajit Singh recruits the mute bhikkhu into the police force, showing him a cache of weapons and tells him to keep it a secret. Then, without informing anyone, he, along with the mute man bhikkhu, brings all the weapons and ammunition to contractor Birju Singh's house and sets up a police post there. Meanwhile, at the behest of Dekwet Bharat, Radha's brother, who works for him, comes to her and questions her about the establishment of a police post in the village. She then informs him that a police post has been established and the police officer in charge has also arrived. Having received this information from Radha, the bandit Bharat and his gang attacked the police post set up in contractor Birju's house. However, this time station in charge Indrajit single-handedly throws grenades at the bandits, killing several of them and forcing the others to flee. Meanwhile, an old man recognizes the body of one of the bandits and curses him. When station in charge Indrajit Singh questions him about the incident, the old man reveals that he was a police under Inspector Devendra Singh, who was in fact the father of station in charge Indrajit Singh. He takes about avenging the murder of Inspector Devendra Singh and his family by the bandit Bharat. He then begins to regret his inability to do so due to his old age. Then Police Inspector Indrajit Singh promises to free the village from the atrocity of Dakwet Bharat. The elderly man then tells the villagers that the police inspector alone killed several of Dakwet Bharat's men and forced him to flee. If the villagers cooperate, Daku Bharat would never be able to oppress them again. After this, most of the villagers become constables of Police Inspector Indrajit Singh. Radha arrives to see the four dacoits killed by Police Inspector Indrajit Singh. When some in the crowd taunts Radha, Radha challenges the entire crowd and finally catches hold of the taunting man, slapping him 4 times, saying that he also speaks in the same manner to his own sister at home. Police Inspector Indrajit arrives and after making Radha understand, removes her from the scene. A villager Chandi, played by Kesto Mukherjee, goes to the dacoit Thakur Bharat to inform him that most of the villagers have been recruited by Thanedar Indrajit. Bharat at the dacoit tells him to join the police and bring him all the information immediately. He also warns him not to go alone to join the police force, as doing so might arouse Tar Indrajit's suspicious. Chandi, heading the dacoit Thakur Ajit Singh's advice, enlisted in the police. But one day, when Thanedar Indrajit leaves, ordering conductor Briju Singh to serve every policeman free liquor, Chandi, under the influence of alcohol, reveals that he accepts the police job only at the behest of dacoit Bharat. Then, as everyone is drunk and creating a ruckus, Thanedar Indrajit arrives and lines everyone up to the practice shooting. Meanwhile, when he learns that Chandi is dacoit Thakur, Ajit Singh's man, he does not remove him from his police team, but instead starts assigning him menial tasks. He is deeply troubled by his police officer's failures in shooting. He insists on improving his shooting skills by paying attention to the police and practice regularly. He then tries to show everyone by aiming at a box himself, but before he can fire, another bullet hits the box while he is trying to find out who fired the shot. Radha arrives and offers to aim at the box herself. She then leaves for home. One day, police inspector Indrajit Singh goes to the village Bhavani temple and prays to goddess Bhavani, saying, "My mother used to say that even Ram killed Ravan after seeking her blessing. So I have come to seek her blessing so that I can kill the bandits." The temple priest then emerges and tells him that his wish has been fulfilled. Just then, the postman brings him a telegram. This telegram could expose his illiteracy, so he quickly leaves. Then Kana questions Kana about who in the village knows English. Kana first mentions the priest's name, but he does not want to go there, that priest's place, because he knows about the telegram. Then Kana tells him Radha's name. Hearing about Radha's English skill, he comes to Radha's house. Radha happily wants to meet him, so he sometimes drives forward and sometimes backs. Finally, he brings his car to Radha, determined to somehow get her to read the telegram written in English. He then questions Radha about her knowledge of English, and by having her read the telegram, learns its meaning. The police department wants to know what he did with the bodies of the bandits after killing them. Inspector Abhijit will also go there to prepare a report on all these incidents. The police department still considers D'Souza the SHO. Returning from Radha's visits to the police station, SHO Indrajit hatches a plan and drives his car to bring Inspector Abhijit. Here he comes disguised as a police driver, not the SHO. Inspector Abhijit begins to accompany him, and when D'Souza casually mentions going to Bhavani temple, Inspector Abhijit suspects something fishy. He pulls him out of the car, points his pistol at him, and is about to shoot him with his own pistol to arrest him when he points his LMG at him and demands he drops his revolver. He then tells him to stand facing away and seizes his revolver. He then punctures the car's tire with his own revolver. He threatens him with his own revolver, takes him to his police station, locks him in a room, and tells the village police that he is a high ranking officer, but his son was killed in a fight with a bandit. Since then, he has gone mad. Therefore, no one should approach him, no matter how much he calls. Chandi, who was reinstated in the police by dacoit Bharat himself so that he could act as his informer and provide him with his secret information about the police and trap the police in his net. But on the contrary, after coming here, Chandi gets impressed by the police officer Indrajit, and instead of spying for the police, he starts spying for dacoit Bharat. In this sequence, he once instigates the bandit Bharat to attack the police station by telling the police to hide in a safe place. After receiving a message from Chandi that there is no danger on the way, while Bharat and his gang are on their way to attack the police station, Inspector Indrajit throws a couple of grenades near a narrow bridge. Causing panic among the bandits, he captures four bandits and returns to the police station, dancing and singing with other police officers. When Inspector Abhijit looks in the police station room, sees Inspector Indrajit arriving at the police station in such a joyful manner, he expresses a desire to know more. Inspector Indrajit tells him that despite lack of his support, he has succeeded in capturing four bandits alive today. I will gradually eliminate all the bandits from here, he says. Despite knowing everything, Inspector Abhijit offers to help Inspector Indrajit and begins training the police. The dacoits Bharat hold Chandi responsible for the incident and plans to eliminate him by tricking him. He sends his bandit to Radha's friend Basanti's father, ordering Basanti's marriage to Chandi. Basanti's father insists marrying Basanti elsewhere. The bandit threatens Chandi with dire consequences if he does not comply and leaves. Therefore, he goes to police station and asks Chandi, disguised as a policeman, to marry Basanti. When Chandi, regarding him as his sister, refuses to marry her, Bharat begins beating him, saying, threatening of dacoit to kill him and his Basanti if Basanti does not marry him. Inspector Abhijit, who is present there, reassures him and arrives at Basanti's home with station house officer Indrajit and other police officers. Finding Chandi alone in the station, the bandit kills him. Upon receiving news of Chandi's death, SHO Indrajit is deeply remorseful. Inspector Abhijit then tells him to devise a similar plan to deal with dacoit Bharat and his gang. After killing Chandi, dacoit Bharat sends one of his bandits, Raghu, to abduct Radha's friend Basanti and bring her to his hideout. Seeing this, Radha follows her and begs her uncle, dacoit Bharat, to release her friend, but instead her uncle has his goons lock her up in the same dark room where Basanti is imprisoned. When Police Inspector Indrajit learns of this, he disguises himself and approaches the dacoit Bharat, hoping to free Radha and Basanti. He shows him a photo of the police offering a reward for his capture and tells him that the police are after him. When Bharat asks him about his crime, he reveals that he has killed four policemen. Meanwhile, his informant informs him that the police are surrounding his hideouts. Then Bharat, disguised as Police Inspector Indrajit, leaves the scene to engage in a police encounter. His associates Raghu insist that he stay behind for security reasons. As the quiet Thakur Bharat leaves to engage in a police encounter, Raghu, disguised as a police inspector Indrajit, uses him to summon a ladder and uses it to reach Radha and her friend Basanti. He sends Basanti to have fun with the disguised police officer Indrajit and attempts to satisfy his lust with Radha. Basanti is initially a little scared, but upon reaching the top, she learns the truth. The disguised police officer Indrajit then arrives to Radha's rescue. Raghu is being forced to assault Radha. Then he disguised police officer Indrajit arrives. Seeing him, Radha attempts to pull off his mushak, but it falls apart and she recognizes him. Then the two kill Raghu on the spot. After killing Raghu, Radha and police officer Indrajit returns for the scene where the encounter between the police and the bandits is underway. In this encounter, when the police begins to overpower Bharat, he begins to attack the police from the other side. Seeing this, SHO Indrajit gives chase. In the process, Bharat fires a shot, injured the station house officer's horse, causing him to fall from his horse and be injured. Bharat then shoots uh, Ajit, determined to kill him, but Bharat often defends himself by picking up a stone and hitting him. As Bharat comes closer to the SHO, Indrajit, firing bullets, jumps and attacks him, beating him to death. Then, when Bharat tries to escape into the river, SHO Indrajit picks up his fallen revolver and shoots him, killing him. When the news of Bharat's action reaches a senior police officer, he arrives to reward the station house officer Indrajit, whom he believes to be the D'Souza. Here he comes to know from Inspector Abhijit that Inspector D'Souza has already died, and in his place a stranger Indrajit is working as the police station in charge. All the policemen who had come with D'Souza also died during the encounter with the dacoits. Then police station in charge Indrajit establishes a police post here and reinstated the villagers in the police. Hearing this, the officer concerned does it illegal, but when Inspector Abhijit says that even though it is illegal, but he is the one who wiped out Dacoit Bharat and his gang, the officer then asks Inspector Abhijit to present SHO Indrajit before him. When SHO Indrajit arrives and tells him about the incident that happened to his father and family, the senior officer tells him that his father was not only a friend to him but also like a brother to him. Then he congratulating SHO Indrajit for eliminating the dacoit Bharat and his gang. He uses his authority to not only appoint him station house officer but also summon Radha and get her engaged to him. The story of the film Pratigyan, that is Vo, ends with this scene.